Hi there. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about one of my all-time favorite topics, which is vision boarding. A friend of mine is actually doing a vision boarding workshop and asked me to record this video for the people that she's going to be working with, and I figured why not record one that I could share with everybody since it is one of my favorite topics. So just a little bit about vision boarding. There's a ton of different ways to do them, and none of them are right or wrong. You just have to find what works best for you. So I'm going to share with you a couple different ways that you might consider doing vision boards and why I do them and kind of why they work for me. So the reason I started doing them, I heard about them somewhere. I don't even remember where. I've been doing them for quite a while. Was that I had for a long time been cutting out clippings out of magazines and keeping a file, just like a notebook with pockets that I could slide stuff in. So I had a file on fashion and a file on home and a file on love and all these other different things. And one day when I was cleaning that file out, I realized that probably a good chunk, like 2 or 3 of the things that I had put in the fashion file, I had actually come to own. Some I purchased, some I received as gifts, but I had long forgotten that they were in the file until I went to clean it out. So I knew that there was some kind of power in putting focus on what you want and just stepping away from it, not obsessing over it, but saying, you know, I have a clear intention, this is what I like, and then letting it be, just seeing what happens. And so as I started going through life and having different challenges or wanting to focus on different things, I started using vision boards. And when I first started, it was much like that file where I would cut out things I wanted. I want a trip to the Bahamas. So I would put a picture of a guy by a palm tree or in a thatched hut or something. I want more time with friends. And so I would put the word friends on my board. Or I really like food. I want to become more of a foodie. And I would put a little pile of like different cheeses with cute little cheese picks with names and stuff on them. And lo and behold, those things that I wanted started coming to me in one way or another. I ended up going to the Bahamas. I ended up having more time with friends. And those exact cheese picks actually were in a store that I went to. It was a cheese boutique. Who even knew one of those existed? But there they were. And so I started to see that there was some real power in this. Like this focus thing really works. And so I went to a couple different classes and learned a couple different techniques. So one is what I've already mentioned. You can cut out things you want. And I think that's a great way to start. If there's things that you know you want, specific items or feelings, I'm a big fan of doing feelings that you want. I want to feel happiness, or I want to feel bliss, or whatever words appeal to you out of a magazine, you can do those. I also like to put pictures on there that make me happy. So I'm going to show you one that I did on a recent vision board. I put this picture of a pink gorilla wallet. I don't know if you can see that very clearly, but I thought it was hilarious. I mean, who doesn't want that kind of humor in your life? It was funny, it was lighthearted, but it also implied abundance to me because there was money coming out of the wallet. So I did this vision board, and probably 6 months later, I was teaching a class in Portland, Oregon, and went to this amazing bookstore. And lo and behold, what did I find but that exact pink gorilla wallet? I kind of freaked out a little. I called my mom and I said, I don't know what to do. Like, I didn't really want the exact wallet. I just thought it meant abundance and humor and lightness. And should I buy it? What do I do? What do I do? And she was like, well, how much is it? I said, it's $15. And she said, get off the phone and buy the dang wallet. And I'll tell you, I bought it and it makes me laugh every time I pull it out of my purse. And it also makes me feel very powerful and empowered. Like, I did this. I got this into my life. As I was pulling out this vision board to be able to show you, I realized something else. I'm a little obsessed with superheroes and Wonder Woman. And I had cut out this character of this person, right, in this superhero swimsuit. But there was a zap right over her elbow. And so I'm like, well, I don't want to cut off part of her arm, but I'm not really sure I want the zap, but well, that's kind of superhero-y. I kind of like it. I'm going to leave it. And so I kind of, I put it on there, and I actually was doing, this is like different versions of me. So kind of my badass version and my rocker version with jazz hands, and I want to sing and be wild, and I want to be in love, and I want to be a superhero, and I want to be fit. So all these different versions of me. So I kind of liked the zap. I'm like, I want a little zap in my life. Well, what do you think that my colleague got me for my birthday this year? Look familiar? I swear it looks just like the one on the vision board. That one was a necklace. This one's going on my wall. Amazing. So sometimes things will show up that you didn't necessarily want the exact thing, but the feeling of it was what you were looking for. So as you get ready to make your vision board, just take the rules and responsibilities off yourself for getting it right and do what makes you happy. My suggestion is flip through a magazine, get a stack, maybe 5 or 6 magazines that you want to go through and just flip very rapidly. Don't get sucked into it. Don't ask yourself too many questions. Don't worry about if you're doing it right. But if a word or phrase or a picture in the magazine stirs emotion in you, just tear it out and create a tear pile. And build that up for 30 to 45 minutes. Just rip, rip, rip. It should be rapid fire. You should end up with a pretty good stack of things that you're considering. Don't worry about cutting them or getting them the right shape or anything just yet. Make the stack. Then, after your 35 or 40 minutes are up, pull the stack out and spread it out and ask yourself, what is the story that is trying to emerge? Sometimes we worry so much about driving the process that we don't let the story emerge that's trying to tell itself to us. Look, this is what I want, or this is what you need. So sometimes the first 10 or 20 things you tore out no longer appeal to you once you see the whole picture, or you see the last couple of things you tore out, or there's a clear ending point. Like once you tear out this one thing, you know you have the centerpiece of your board. So I recommend doing that. And then once you start to see what makes sense, what are the things that really resonate with you, you're gonna edit down. And you're gonna wanna create a board, do it in a fun way. You can do a shape. I did a butterfly once, I really like that. I found this on the street as I was walking one time, brought it home, made a vision board out of it. So you can do a shape. You can do a small one. Sometimes small boards are really powerful. A little tiny one, and I put this in my bathroom when I was focused on love. But I had a lot to say. It was two-sided and small, but you know, good stuff. So create the board and make it something you want to look at so that you will put it in a place that you see it every day, because then it reminds you of what story is trying to emerge in your life. Generally, there's some categories you might want to consider. Professional, or what you do with your spare time. It could be volunteering. What do you want in that area of your life? How do you make money, your finances, things like that. Relationships. What kind of relationships do you want to foster? Do you want to work on a stronger relationship with your boyfriend or your sister or your children? You might want to consider a part about your health, right? What kind of body do you want to be living in? What kind of foods do you want to be eating, right? What is that going to feel like? And you want to give some thought to your spirituality. Where do you want to bring more spirit into your life, more stillness, more balance, a closer relationship to God or the universe, whatever you believe in? So those are some good categories to think about. You can create quadrants on your board, or you can just mishmash it all together, whatever makes you happy. But make sure that what you're putting on there are about the feelings that you want to create, not just the things that you want to have. Those are the boards that kind of end up being the most successful in my mind. So I hope this is helpful and gives you a little bit of an idea about vision boarding and why it's so much fun. Have a blast with it. It's artistic, it's fun, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just something, and only you really know what can inspire you, and that's what you're looking for, something that'll inspire you at the end of the day. Take care, have a great time making your vision board, and post pictures down there or comments about what you learned and what you liked about your vision boarding experience. Can't wait to hear more. Take care, and I will see you again soon.